Welcome to Hoardganize with professional organizer Rachel Seavey. Every Sunday at 6 p.m., Rachel shares her expertise and compassionate approach to help you deal with overwhelming clutter. Rachel?
Hey, collectors! Welcome to the Hoardganize Podcast. I am your host, professional organizer Rachel Seavey, and today we are covering the last of the 6 human needs for fulfillment. And this is actually one of the most important needs, in my opinion. It's contribution. The 6th human need for fulfillment is contribution, to contribute beyond yourself. I'll do a quick recap since this is the last one. The first human need is certainty. Second, uncertainty. The third human need is significance. The fourth, love and connection. Last week, Coach Cindy and Andrews and I discussed growth, which is the 5th human need. And today I have another wonderful life coach on the podcast, Yvonne Lynch, and we'll help explain just how important it is for you and beyond yourself, your kids. You teach them to contribute. And you can actually meet all of your other 5 needs just by contributing. So this is an organizing podcast. So yes, of course, we are talking about donating your goods when it comes to contribution. When you contribute beyond yourself, you get pride, and best of all, you open up space in your home. And as I said, if you contribute, you're going to meet your 5 other needs in such a joyous and loving way. When you contribute, you're certain that you're going to make space in your home. You are able to give your variety of belongings to people and you're uncertain who. Just play along with me, okay? Go all in. I dare you. You have to go all in if you want to play with me. You gain significance by contributing when you get pride from sharing with others. And if you do it a lot, you get recognition, even more significance from the donation center, from your friends. You meet your needs of connecting by going to the donation center. You meet people who are receiving the goods. And, I know some of the people at the Goodwill are grumpy, but you're still connecting. You're out there, you're being social, you're doing stuff, and it's causing you to grow. Because instead of sitting at home, cluttering, feeling sorry for yourself, you're doing something much more beyond yourself, much more beneficial. I just love the human need for contribution. Now, I have a question, and I've been doing this for a long time, and I don't get it. When I'm working with some of you and I hold up, like a sweater or something, you say, no, just throw it away. And it's like, back it up. No. I'm not throwing it away. I'm donating it. And so if you view donating and throwing things out exactly the same, you're not going to get that sense of contribution that's going to bring you joy when you donate. There are items that are really good that you can donate, and you can't you can't feel in your gut that it's just trash and it's going into the landfill. If you feel like things are getting just thrown out, that's going to make you resentful. So only things that are truly trash or recycling get thrown out. Other items go into the donate, the contribute category. They get contributed to people that want and need them. And once you start realizing that making space in your home, you're making other people happy and things aren't just being thrown out, you're really going to start to feel good about contributing more and more. And things are not just going to the landfill. Things are going to good homes. I just wanted to touch on that. A lot of you kind of group, if it's going, it's just trash together, but it really isn't. And once you realize that you're actually helping others with your belongings, you're going to feel a lot better about giving them away. So you've got to change that frame of mind. You've got to understand that when you donate, you're giving things to people that are less fortunate. And not only are you making room in your home, but you are contributing to a better world. You're contributing to less waste by reusing your items, and you're contributing to someone else's happiness because finally they found that blouse they've always wanted it because you donated it. Don't just dismiss your donation contributions. That's going to make you really resentful and not make you want to donate items if you associate it with them going straight to the trash. So, and if you're feeling sorry for yourself, you're pitying yourself because you're surrounded by clutter, shift your thoughts and contribute items to people that are less fortunate. Upset about your first world problems, you can't find that matching earring and all the clutter, go visit a homeless shelter. Go visit people that don't get to pick out what they wear every day, but rather what's given to them. I've seen these women. Their jeans are too big. The jeans are too small. Big, baggy sweatshirt, shoes that are either too tight, very big with stuff stuffed in the front. When you contribute beyond yourself, you're bringing these other people joy, and you're putting that out there into the universe. So contribution, as you know, is not only financial. I mean, you don't have to donate a penny to the homeless shelter. Instead, bring over your warm sweaters, your slightly used shoes that don't work with your plantar's fasciitis, and your beauty products that you have a plethora of that you don't like and you've tried them once, etc. I mean, the more items that you contribute to people that are less fortunate, the more space you're making in your home. It's a total win-win. You're not just throwing things out, collectors, and filling up the landfill. You're actually helping lots of other people with your stuff. So I'm going to take a break, and we're going to check in with Yvonne Lynch right now, and she's going to let us know a little bit about what contribution means to her. Hi, Yvonne. Thank you so much for being on the Hoardganize podcast. And we're talking about contribution, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about contributing and what it means to you.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you for having me here. It's good to see you. And I want to say that contribution is very important. It's one of the human needs because we need to give back. If we just give what we get in this life for ourselves, we're kind of being selfish, and we need to open our arms and just give that to others. And that way we're also going to receive. I just thought of something. For example, the Dead Sea is not a Dead Sea. It's actually a lake, and it's salt. So, but what I want to say is that there is no life in there because the water doesn't flow. It doesn't have an outlet. It just stays there. So when there is no cycling, there's no life. It's just like a continuation of what we are getting in life. And also it's so enriching and gives us purpose when we are doing something to have a better world or to help someone else. It's just like filling our hearts with joy, to feel like we're doing something and leaving a mark.
Is there a time where you felt that you personally contributed in a way that made you feel different, or maybe had you look at some things differently?
Oh yes, definitely. So I am a certified life coach, but I still coach people for free because when I know where they're coming from and what situation they're going through, it's just in me to just desire to help them that I can't avoid it. And I just love to do a few sessions with them. And just that desire to help is transported to them in that session, that they give back to me these wonderful comments and just fill me with all the good things that they felt and improved, that literally I just feel like it was all worth it. It doesn't matter if I didn't make a penny out of it. I made a lot by the words that they give me after that. And also at the community, at church, we go out and we help people that feel sad or going through a difficult time or something like that. And then when they turn around and tell you, hey, I feel better, I'm not sad or depressed anymore, and I feel like I keep going, I continue, it just feels so good. Or even giving away items that you don't use anymore, that they're just taking space in your house, and that someone else would be so grateful for them. So there are many ways to contribute to others.
Yeah, and that's what I'll be talking about more on the podcast, is how giving away things that no longer serve you is an amazing way to contribute. And you're helping strangers. You know, a lot of them can't afford the kind of clothing or stuff that you might have, and someone less fortunate could really appreciate and use whatever it is that you're not even using. And the feeling of actually going to the donation center and seeing people receive stuff, or the homeless shelter especially, is a nice feeling. It really makes it a lot easier to contribute when you physically go down there and do it yourself.
Exactly. Just this week, I was with my son cleaning up his room, and I said, okay, let's put in this basket what you don't want anymore, what you're not going to use, what you're not going to play with. And it was so funny because there was this small little toy. It's like a pirate, and it's already peeling off. And he found it years ago in a parking lot. Just before we got in the car, he found it. And he played with that little toy so much. And this week he said, no, I still want to keep that. So he has also this dinosaur with a remote control that is big and moves and makes noises and la la la. And he said, oh, I don't want that one anymore. And that one was expensive. So just like that, we can go around the house and really think, wow, do I really want this or need this? Can someone else get joy out of it? I don't use it anymore. And just declutter your life. And he was doing so good. So I was very, very proud of him. That was good.
Yeah, that's great. And I know in a lot of the classes that we've taken, even Chloe Madonis will say, you know, for people that have problems kind of acquiring things or doing, you know, things to cope, like drink or smoke or things of that nature, and then to bake a cake, you know, and bring it to the women at the homeless shelter is one of her go-to strategies for people that, you know, have an abundance of items or things like that. So just the idea of you know, contributing to people that have no home, no food, no shelter, it's a really good feeling, and a lot of people don't get to experience it. And so I'm always encouraging people to go out there, go to the homeless shelter, you know, and see the people that don't have toothpaste or a toothbrush, you know, while you have, you know, 4 or 5 different electric ones. Or so
Exactly. Yeah.
contribution is a huge part of what I do.
Yeah. Also, it's good to pass that on to our children. And what we do in the car, I live in Arizona, so it gets very hot in the car to lift things. But I buy these bars for bunches, and bars that don't melt or anything like that. But they're like granola bars. We keep them in the car. And when we're driving, if we see somebody that needs or is asking for help, we just give them away. And sometimes waters when they don't get so hot. But they love that.
Yeah.
They love to do that. They're like, when they watch someone, they're like, oh, Mom, there's someone there. There's someone there. So it's just great.
Yeah.
It's just great to pass that on, because they are going to pass that on to their kids. And it's a
Exactly.
way to make a better world. Just planting that idea of being help to others, of somehow do something to contribute.
Well, thank you for being on the show. I think you did great. Is there anything else you want to share about contribution, or how can people reach you if they want to talk to you? I know you said you like helping people, so.
Oh, yes, thank you. So, well, let me tell you just a little bit about me. So, I was born in Mexico, and I met over there who became my husband, and then I came to the US. Later, I discovered that I actually am a Jewish descendant, so I have all these backgrounds in me. And so I speak Spanish, English, and after being home for 15 years, I decided that it was time for us to separate. And before I made that decision, I decluttered my life. I donated a lot of things because I wanted just the things in my life that were going to keep me at peace and joyful. And at the same time, I was doing the certification for my life coaching because I realized how much I can give to other people through things that I have experienced, and because of the backgrounds that I have, which I'm not going to go in depth now, but anyways, my website where you can find out more about me, it's called joyandpeacecoaching.com. And my WhatsApp is it's super easy to reach me at. So that is 1-480-225-1196. And I'm still working on building social media and all that stuff. So I have an email at that website that you can contact me, Yvonne at joyandpeace.com.
Great.
Peacecoaching.com.
And could you spell that out just so in case, how, your name, how you spell it, and your website?
Yes. So it's a long website. So it's joyandpeacecoaching.com. JoyandPeacecoaching.com.
Great. Just like it sounds. That's easy to, I love it. I think it's long, but I love it. It says a lot. So
And my name is,
remember.
and my name is with an I. It's Yvonne, but it's with an I. Ivonne, Lynch. So thank you so much. And if anyone wants to send me a message or something, I will be very happy to see what I can do to help or answer your questions.
Sounds great. Thank you so much. And hopefully you'll be on again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Rachel. It was good to see you.
Nice seeing you too.
Until next time.
I love chatting with Yvonne. Another form of contributing is showing your kids or teaching others to contribute. This is something that you can teach people, and they will continue to share lifelong sharing and contribution, all starting with you. So, as corny as it is, one of my favorite Tony Robbins quotes is, "The secret to living is giving." And the secret to living is giving. I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed that the fact that I get to go to donation centers and homeless shelters and animal shelters on a regular basis, I firsthand get to see what good your belongings do for other people. And I'm able to feel that love and pride and joy that a lot of you don't get to experience. I encourage people to donate, and when I'm in the field, I take the donations away. There's usually a lot, and people usually don't want to deal with things once it's, 5 o'clock and they've spent all day with me. So I really urge you to experience going to a place where there's less fortunate people and giving. And this isn't going to the Goodwill and, having them sift through your stuff and making you feel uncomfortable. I mean, I go there a lot too. I get it. I mean, find a local homeless shelter and see what they take and bring it over yourself. There's always homeless people at the homeless shelter, and just check out what they're wearing. I mean, I know hands down you have something a lot nicer in your closet that you could give to a lot of these women that are dirty, that are filthy, and they're just coming in to take a shower. I know that the goods that I bring to them are really nice. I intentionally bring a lot of super high-end beauty products to the homeless shelter. It's a little counterintuitive, but these women probably wouldn't have a chance to use this kind of stuff otherwise. I mean, I really do get joy in bringing ultra high-end beauty products that are new or slightly used to the homeless shelter. I mean, why not? Why don't these women deserve to use fancy products on their hair and skin? I mean, what makes them less equal? So you know what, collectors? I challenge you on this podcast. I challenge you to go down to your local homeless shelter and see what it's like. Sometimes they need food. Sometimes they need blankets. Sometimes they just need toothpaste. It could be slightly used. I mean, ask them what they need, and then make them a special care package and bring it over and just see the delight in people's eyes as you come through with your stuff. I mean, this form of contribution just fills you up with so much love and so much pride, and even better, it empties out your home, which actually gives you more love and pride. So my challenge for you collectors, it's the last human need. I know you might be sick of this series. It's okay. I still love you. But my challenge for you is to find your local homeless shelter, make them a care package, and understand that many, 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 many people out there are living with a lot less than you. And I'm so not trying to guilt trip you. I know you know this. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I just really want you to be aware of the joy and the love that you're missing out on when you do donate your goods to the less fortunate. I mean, I absolutely love going to the homeless shelter. I love going to the animal shelter. Call around. Find a place that's important to you and make them a specific care package and bring it over and see how that feels. I mean, not only by giving, but also by creating space in your home. So if you're willing to take on this challenge, send me an email. I'd love to know how this works out for you. I mean, life is really about creating meaning. And meaning doesn't come from what you own, collectors. It comes from what you give. The secret to having less clutter is giving. How about that? Instead of the secret to living is giving, the secret to having less clutter is giving. If you are watching this on YouTube, God, I don't know what was going on with my bra strap, but I do apologize. Make sure you are subscribed. Ring the notification bell, click the thumbs up button, and leave a comment. You can also follow daily tips and adventures on my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under Collector Care. Until next time, collectors. And remember, happiness is a place between too little and too much.
Now, a short ad break from Clarity Coaching.
Do you feel overwhelmed with clutter? Are you having trouble finding a place to start? Sometimes it's hard to ask for help, especially with all of the judgment and shame out there. What you need is an experienced, non-judgmental guide to help you navigate through your clutter chaos. I'm a guiding force that's going to help you empower yourself so you can live a happier, healthier, more organized life. I will take the time and I'm going to hold the space for you to understand your world, your dreams, your relationships, and your clutter. I do this with no judgment and no other agenda, but to help you achieve what you want most in life. And this, my dear collectors, is something that most people have never experienced. To experience the life that you truly desire, schedule your free clarity coaching session today by emailing me at rachel@collectorcare.com. That's rachel@collectorcare.com. Or call me directly. I'm at 925-548-7750. That's in America, so that's area code 1-925-548-7750. Clarity consultations are complimentary for individuals seeking my coaching services, and they're very useful to make sure that we're the right fit for each other. Stop living in chaos and start living the organized life you desire.
This has been Hoardganize with Rachel Seavey. New episodes are available every Sunday at 6 p.m. and also on the Collector Care YouTube channel. Download Rachel's Affirmations for Collectors on iTunes or Amazon.com, or sign up for Rachel's blog at collectorcare.com and receive 7 tips for clutter-free living. Thanks for listening.